Taraji P. Henson, welcome to the Daily Social Distancing Show.
Yes, thanks for having me.
How are you holding up in quarantine? Your hair looks great.
Thank you. I've learned to do a lot in this quarantine, and this is one of the projects. I'm getting better each and every time. The first time it took me 3 days. This time it took me 4 hours. No, yeah, 4 hours. So I'm
Wow.
getting good.
You've always been an advocate for mental health issues. You've always spoken out about it. You've always encouraged people to talk about it, share about it, get the help that they need, remove all of the stigmas in talking around mental health. And I've always appreciated you for that. I know that your foundation is doing something amazing right now during coronavirus. Tell us a little bit about that.
We're doing a virtual fundraiser. It's called the COVID-19 virtual fundraiser. And what we're doing is we're offering 5 therapy sessions for those underserved communities. Who have been saying it so much, my brain is like, but it's for those who are disproportionately affected by the COVID-19, and it's basically neighborhoods that are of brown and Black people. So
right,
and because we don't really deal with mental health in our community, it's so much stigma around it. I just felt like a face needed to be put to it. And then in this special time now where people are isolated and you know that they're going through things in isolation and they don't have the means or the money, I just felt like I needed to do something. So
It really is, yeah, it really is a beautiful move, because I feel like during this period, more people have experienced and gotten in touch with what it is like to be either depressed or struggling with mental illness in a way that they haven't. A lot of the times people can avoid it, people can run away from it. Some people don't even know they're experiencing it just because of how fast their life might be moving.
And they have ways to escape. You can escape. Yeah. Now you're forced to sit still. And so my prayer and my hope is that people who have shunned it, seeking help or just believe the stigma around it, hopefully they can take this time and this moment to experience it, to just try it. I mean, because literally, we keep saying when the world opens back up, we will all have trauma to get over after this, all of us.
Tell me something, how have you managed to communicate to people the importance of therapy, especially when we come from communities? I mean, I know for a fact, I grew up in South Africa. I grew up in a family where, for the most part, if I went to my grandparents and said therapy, they'd say, you need to run, you need to sleep, or you need Jesus. So how have you managed to break through in communities that have always looked at therapy as like a white people thing, or something that's just like a almost fake in many ways?
I had to step up and tell my own story. Instead of preaching to people and you need to do this, I had to let them see that, because I think the misconception that people have of celebrities is that money can save everything. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you rich, you don't have no problems. And it's like, money can amplify your problems. And like Biggie Smalls said, the great poet and guru Biggie Smalls, the notorious B.I.G. says, more money, more problems. And he never lied, So with that, you have to make the adjustments and you have to take care of yourself. So I felt like me coming forward, and I feel like I have the community trusts me. You know what I mean? I think they still see me as Yvette from Baby Boy. The characters that I play seem tangible and relatable in a way. And I wear my heart on my sleeve. And so I felt like if I came forward with my own issues, that will free up a lot of people. And it was actually very freeing for me. For me, when I did it and I said it and I finally said it on a national platform, and then I started seeing other people speak up, it was like, oh, okay, I'm not alone. You know what I mean? The big bad monster is gone, and that's how you eradicate the stigma. The more we normalize the conversation, the easier it'll be to have the conversation.
Tell me what you're doing to keep yourself sane beyond just therapy. Because, I mean, obviously you have your therapy in your life. I go to therapy, you go to therapy. Everyone who can goes to therapy. And thanks to you, a lot more people can go to therapy. But there's got to be like the small things that you do you're just in the house. You're living a completely different life. What is Taraji doing inside right now?
I don't think I'm weird, okay? I'm going to show you. I have friends. See them over there? See my friends? These are my girls.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are those are, are those like mannequin heads? Are those?
Yeah, I have they look a little creepy. It's okay.
Yeah, they look a lot creepy.
But I have every flavor. Look, I have this is my Becky girl. Look at her.
Taraji, why do you have? You know what this looks like a scene in a horror movie, where the person walks into the house and then there's like all the heads and you're like, who has heads inside their house? And now it turns out that's Taraji's house.
Trevor, I have heads and I have hands. Look, I have hands as well.
Why?
Because it's a salon and I practice doing hair and I practice doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like you should start with that, Taraji. Next time anyone says to you, what are you doing? Before you show them like heads and hands, you should say, I have a salon in the house and I practice doing hair and manicures. That's why I have pieces of bodies inside my house. I feel like you should start with that.
I talk to them. Keeps me sane, whatever works, you know? Whatever works.
Okay, but I need to understand the why. So why are you, is this like a backup plan to your extremely successful acting career? What is this for?
Yeah, because Hollywood is shut down. We don't know when it's opening back up. So, in order to keep the lights on, I'm learning how to do nails and hair. My father always said, learn a trade. Listen,
Taraji,
the people who have a trade are still working. My gardener's still working. I'm in the house. They're outside, you know?
Well, that's true. It's essential jobs though. So I mean, like, I don't know if touching people's heads is going to be something that you'll be able to do if other things are shut down.
No.
That's true. Well, I have these heads, and they make me happy. They tip really well.
Taraji, thank you so much. You made my day. Thank you for joining us on the show. Thank you for talking about mental health, something we all deal with at different levels and people need to talk about more. Thank you for bringing light into our show. I appreciate you.
Thank you. And if you want to help and donate, just text no stigma to 707070.
No stigma to 707070. Okay. And if we want to book hair appointments, is there a website for that or not yet?
I haven't started it yet, but you can use my TPH products, which are sold at Target.
Well, there you have it. Taraji P. Henson, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Take care and stay safe.